Senator Durbin.
Mr. Chairman, since we're waiting for members to arrive, I'd like to make a comment about the U.S. Attorney nominee for the District of Wyoming. I just listened to the senator from Missouri tell us about the record of Richard Price, which included 20 cases tried to verdict, Assistant USA for more than 5 years. In contrast, Darren Smith, I commend all my colleagues to take a good look at the nomination record which has been brought before us. Mr. Smith in Wyoming is not remotely qualified to be a U.S. attorney. He has no criminal or federal court experience, nor has he ever tried a case to verdict, judgment, or final decision. We asked him to list significant legislation he'd been involved in. He left it blank. He can't name one case. This nomination makes a mockery of the nomination process. Apparently, his only qualification is his loyalty to MAGA orthodoxy. He just happened to be on the Capitol grounds on January 6th. As my colleagues remember, a violent mob assaulted police officers, destroyed government property, and attempted to thwart our democratic process. Mr. Smith baselessly claimed that hundreds of Capitol police officers who risked their lives that day were guilty of, quote, massive incompetence. Those are his words. Without evidence, he claimed that rioters who breached the Capitol were the victims of entrapment. Mr. Smith has stood by his radical, dangerous claim that Vice President Pence should not have certified the results in the 2020 election because there were, quote, imperfections in the process. Mr. Smith also falsely claimed the FBI agents who interviewed him regarding his presence at the Capitol were sent by former Representative Liz Cheney and her goons after he demanded she be censured by the Wyoming Republican Party. I'm also concerned that Mr. Smith will not enforce federal laws if confirmed. Alarmingly, he told the committee the Supreme Court's holding in Bostock that LGBTQ plus employees are protected against discrimination under the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was wrongly decided. Mr. Smith would not affirm that the Fifth Amendment applies to non-citizens, despite longstanding Supreme Court precedent. I'm troubled by his stunning lack of judgment. He baselessly accused Vice President Harris of being a murderer and refused to retract his slanderous statements. He attacked Republican senators for finding credible sexual assault allegations made by multiple women against Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore, and claimed again without evidence the allegations were, quote, probably false. I urge my colleagues, for goodness sakes, there's got to be some standard of qualification to give this kind of power to an individual who has no background, none whatsoever, when it comes to criminal or federal court experience. There's no excuse. Please vote no.